But joining me right now, a member of the Trump re-election advisory board, Gina Loudon. And Gina, I mean, I don't get it. It is so tone deaf to say that $1,000 is crumbs, much like Hillary Clinton calling Trump supporters deplorables. I think this is going to come back to haunt them in a pretty massive way. They clearly don't have very good advisors around them, shall we say.
Well, let's say, Trish, that maybe we could give Nancy the benefit of the doubt, and she was being honest in saying Armageddon, because it may truly be Armageddon for the Democrat Party. You know, their fundraising is at record lows, and while the RNC, of course, is doing great with fundraising, especially after that killer State of the Union address by the president. And so, you know, maybe Nancy can say she's sorry, maybe she can repent, she can donate her crumbs to her church, or maybe she donates them to the DNC since they're in such need. Who knows? For Nancy, this is all her own little reality. It isn't the reality that the most of us happen to live in.
But I mean, talking about the Marie Antoinette, if you would, of the Democratic Party right now, I mean, not only did she say it once, she then echoed it, and she's got her minions out there echoing it as well. I think they don't get it. I understand that they don't really like seeing the Dow at 26,000. They don't really like the lack of regulation or the idea that Americans are going to get a raise beginning today, right? Because this is threatening to their existence. And somehow, Gina, I think what it tells you is that the kind of conservative economic principles that this administration embraces, they actually work.
Right. And it really puts them at odds, if you will, with the entire American people. I mean, the only way Democrats actually win with the doubling down that you mentioned by Nancy Pelosi and the rest of the Democrats against the American economy is if somehow they can make the American economy go south and then celebrate that fact. That puts them in direct odds with the American people, which is where they happen to find themselves on a lot of issues like illegal immigration and other things. But Trish, this is a solid lack of vision for this party. It's like they don't recognize, like they can't look 10 miles down the road and say, this might not go well for us. But this has become a pattern with the Democrat Party to have a lack of vision. And I believe it's why we see the sorts of implosions like this and the doubling down on those same implosions over and over again.
Gina Loudon, well, he stole their thunder, their economic thunder anyway. It's going to be hard for them to fight what is now becoming a rising tide here of economic optimism.